Modern life offers an environment of near-perfect physical safety. For the first time in human history, you can spend days inside a climate-controlled room, fully sheltered from the elements, exerting almost zero physical labor. By all biological logic, burning so few calories in a completely secure space should leave a person feeling endlessly energized. With no physical exertion required to hunt, gather, or survive, your body is effectively banking all its energy. Yet the physical reality is exactly the opposite. Instead of waking up vibrant and rested, energy levels crash by the afternoon. Your sleep patterns become fragmented and shallow. A heavy, persistent fog rolls over the mind. We are simultaneously starving our physical bodies of the movement and natural light they evolved to consume, while subjecting our nervous systems to an absolute barrage of digital input. That deep, persistent exhaustion you might feel at the end of a totally sedentary day is not a personal failure. It is the human body actively rejecting the modern indoor habitat. To understand why, we have to look at how the brain actually measures time. For thousands of years, natural morning sunlight acted as our biological starting gun. Light entering the eyes signals the brain to release hormones that initiate physical wakefulness. But today, millions of people wake up, keep the curtains drawn, and immediately stare at a glowing phone. That artificial indoor lighting is entirely insufficient to trigger the ancient chemical start signal. This animated diagram visualizes the circadian rhythm. Notice the smooth, sun-driven cycle compared to the erratic pulses of artificial light. When this timing system destabilizes, physiological failures occur. Daytime fatigue sets in, sleep becomes light, and mood instability follows. That sluggish sensation of feeling mentally stuck all afternoon is actually your brain failing to receive the required environmental command to fully wake up. Light is only one piece of the equation. Modern indoor infrastructure has also almost entirely eliminated the need for involuntary ambient movement. We no longer walk to source food, gather supplies, or even commute if working remotely. The human body reacts poorly to this kind of stagnation. Muscles rapidly tighten, blood circulation slows to a crawl, and baseline energy production drops. This illustrates how physical movement acts as a biological exhaust pipe. Built-up stress hormones drain through physical exertion, but when ambient movement halts, that process stops. Stress hormones become trapped in the bloodstream. The result is a body trapped in a contradictory state. It simmers with a high baseline anxiety while completely lacking the physical energy to do anything about it, purely because it is denied the movement required to vent that stress. So the physical body is starving for stimulation. The brain, locked indoors, however, faces the exact opposite problem. Environmental psychology shows that natural outdoor elements, the geometry of trees, the open space, act as automatic calming agents for the nervous system. We map this contrast on a stimulation graph. The top line shows smooth waves of natural stimulation. The bottom tracks digital indoor life's erratic dopamine spikes. When these spikes overlap rapidly, the brain loses its ability to process input, preventing a restorative resting state. Over time, this takes a psychological toll. Even with constant digital connection, the lack of face-to-face interaction and varied physical environments causes the brain to shrink its worldview, leading to deep emotional isolation. This resolves the paradox. We feel completely exhausted doing nothing, because our brains are sprinting a grueling digital marathon while our physical bodies are bolted to an office chair. If you are experiencing this kind of crushing physical and mental exhaustion, it is not a sign of laziness. You do not have a weak character or a broken mind. These symptoms are the result of a perfectly functioning, ancient alarm system. Your biology is simply screaming because it has been deprived of its essential fuel. The human body will immediately recalibrate when introduced back into the environment it expects. When you step outdoors and expose your eyes to unfiltered natural light, the healing process begins surprisingly fast. Stress hormones clear out with movement, your mood stabilizes, the brain fog begins to lift, and your circadian rhythm resets, paving the way for deep, restorative sleep. Modern engineering has made it entirely possible to survive entirely indoors. But biological survival and human health are two very different metrics. We require the outdoors to actually thrive. So tomorrow morning, step outside, leave your phone on the kitchen counter, Walk for 10 minutes and allow yourself to experience reality. The remedy for modern exhaustion doesn't require a complex optimization routine. It simply requires remembering the natural environment the human machine was originally built to inhabit.